I'm getting old. Okay, not getting. I'm there.
I'm sure that chair is great for injured backs.
I'm good.
We gotta get you the lumbar
Ooh, wouldn't that be nice?
cushion.
I'm telling you, I'm going to bring in my couch, and we're going to sit here in Recaro bucket seats, or fake Recaro bucket seats, in our red leather chairs. It'll be nice.
Rich Corinthian leather.
No, it's cheap Nissan leather.
Oh. Never mind.
If I could go find a Chrysler in a junkyard, I will make us a bench seat. That'll be fantastic. Oh, that'd be a really nice one with a big armrest.
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
middle.
yeah.
Oh, if you know where there's a junkyard where there's a nice old Chrysler, good interior. I just need the front seat or the back seat, something with the armrest.
Yeah, that'd be perfect for right here.
Oh, that'd be fantastic. Lounge like I'm driving in the 70s.
Rest our mugs.
Hand over the steering wheel.
Yeah. That is not the,
That's this way. Sorry, it's this way.
that's not the 2 and 10 o'clock.
No. Wait, if you're driving a Chrysler Fifth Avenue, you're driving like this, arm on that big armrest over here. Actually, the armrest is right over here somewhere.
Yeah.
And, yeah. Yeah. Well, I once test drove a Hummer, the old big H1.
Uh-huh.
And my wife and I sat in the vehicle, and we had to stretch our hands to touch fingers. It's that wide.
She's in a different zip code.
She was
Yeah,
honestly
we do.
in a different town. Absolutely. Yes, but, oh, we got the good one. Okay. We got our mugs
We're
set.
mugged. We are mugged.
I think we are mic'd this time.
We
Let's
hope.
Let's hope.
Yeah,
hey, let's turn that one mic on. There we go.
Hey,
we have a second mic
It's
now.
going to be even better.
It's going to be even better. Wait, it's mics in 3 dimensions.
Well, so we think, because I think this was the setup before, and we had some technical
Oh,
difficulties.
we always have technical difficulties. It wouldn't be afternoons without technical difficulties. This is
true.
afternoons with technical difficulties.
Also starring.
Also starring Glitch and Gremlin.
Yeah. And connectivity issue.
Oh, wait till the phone rings. Trust me.
It already did. So maybe we got that out of our system.
Yes.
So
Urvash, don't call during this show. Got it? Do not call during this show.
we know we're not live, but just like tune in to the great expanse, to the mental wavelengths we are sending out, and they should know that we're busy.
We are busy.
We're busy.
We are recording this show.
We're recording afternoons with technical difficulties. So we are here today at once again to
Once You won't get this one, but it's once again.
to discuss automotive tchotchkes.
Tchotchkes. I love that word.
For lack of better, tchotchkes, paraphernalia,
Yes.
doodads.
Dude.
No, doodad is more mechanical, I think.
Yeah, well,
Trinkets?
yeah. Trinkets.
Yeah.
Trinkets and tchotchkes work together. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what we're here to talk about today. And we hope that those of you watching that maybe have a favorite automotive
Oh, yeah.
tchotchke,
Yes, please.
decorating your work desk, or maybe the dashboard of your car, or
Yeah. With airbags, don't put them on your dashboard. Just a warning.
not even the little hula dancer.
Oh, if it's way up there.
Think
but
about that, but yeah, that's
If you ever watch one of those videos of crashes, the crash tests,
yeah.
especially the older ones, watch all the stuff that flies around inside the car, because it's amazing how much stuff flies around the car when you
Yeah.
have an accident.
Sorry, I just
Flashing back to an accident or a tchotchke, which was it?
well, I just watched. I can't believe it took me this long to see this movie. I just watched Misery
Oh,
the other day, and it opens with a car crash, and
Yes.
he gets tossed around quite a bit,
oh
but
yeah.
he held on to his manuscript in the leather bag, so bully for him. But anyway, sorry.
But did he keep the beer from spilling? That's the question.
Well, yeah, so that was a good movie. But anyway, we're here to talk
Oh,
about
yeah. So movies was a different episode.
tchotchkes.
Yes.
Sam brought like
I
his whole home office.
Trust me, I did not. Trust me, there's plenty left in that house.
There'd be more than a hurt back if you brought the whole.
yeah. No, my wife would love for me to bring all my stuff here, and you would hate it. Because the place is cluttered enough with all kinds of stuff that we have here that we do not have on display.
I know. I just did a quick little breeze through, and I found a couple of tchotchkes.
Fun things.
Yes. So
Yeah.
anyway,
Well, I
he's
just
holding something.
I wanted to start with this my coaster here. That you love this coaster.
Oh, I do love this coaster. I do.
This is a Boyertown tchotchke.
It is.
Boyertown Museum tchotchke. Let's be specific.
Currently for sale in the gift shop.
Yes, come to our gift shop and pick one up.
Yeah, these were giveaways for our facade unveiling back in November of 2021. And I just think this logo is so neat because it has the Keystone in there, because we're a Pennsylvania focus. It has an outline of our building in the background,
Nice.
and it has carriages and trucks to illustrate, what we did here. I just think it's such a neat little logo.
It's such a cool piece too because it's first of all it's slate, which is probably Pennsylvania slate.
Pennsylvania slate.
Yeah, and just pictures of the Boyertown vans in there. Mm-hmm. And it's such a nice little piece here, and it sits proudly on my desk.
It is. Your mug probably fits just great on there.
Yes, my mug here. I have to be gentle because these microphones will pick up every sound, and as long as they're working, that is. And do not microwave. Wonder why.
Jeez. I don't know. I don't know if you can trust it. You should test that out.
Oh, yeah, that'll be spectacular.
Don't be a sheep. Test it out.
Check out your mug there.
Well, let's see. Not for food or beverage use.
Oh, well, it's a good thing we didn't put anything in
For
it.
decorative purposes only. Article may poison food. Holy Hannah.
Do you remember those glasses that we used to get at like McDonald's and stuff?
Yeah.
With the painted cartoon characters or whatever on it. We have a bunch of those at home. And they're old 70s ones with actually Warner Brothers Looney Tunes characters.
Oh, yes.
They're
Yep.
great. Well, at some point in the early 80s, there was a news thing, a recall on them, that the paint was made out of lead.
Oh.
And which is part of my issue.
Right,
because
right.
I drank out of that all the time.
Explains a lot, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
So they're worth a lot because people threw them out because they were lead paint. But we have a set of them.
I have a Garfield one from McDonald's, a little glass one with
Yeah.
a handle's like a little mug.
Nice. Very
Love
nice.
that.
Yeah.
I
I
drank out of
think we have a
that.
Hamburglar one.
Uh-huh.
We may have a Mayor McCheese one, but I know we have different cartoon characters. I think we have Bugs Bunny and we might have Snagglepuss, which is weird because it's not Looney Tunes.
No.
Yeah.
It just got shoved in there.
Hey, I'm a big fan of cartoons, period, so it doesn't really matter.
Was he a Welch's grape jelly jar, not a McDonald's one?
No,
'Cause
I'm pretty.
we had some
I
of
picture,
those.
but yeah, no, I think we had Flintstones characters on jelly
Okay,
jars.
we had dinosaurs.
Yeah.
We're talking about everything but automotive
Yeah.
tchotchkes
Let's-
on this episode.
Let's get
Please
back on
stay
here.
tuned.
Yes. So the company I work for is called Auto Forecast Solutions, and this is one of the tchotchkes that my boss thought would be a great idea, and I love these things because they're foam.
Oh,
and
it's
you
a
can throw-
stressy thing.
You can throw them at people and you won't hurt them too much.
Too much.
But yeah,
Disclaimer.
we have coupes and convertibles, and there's
I like it.
There's my convertible.
Throw it at the camera. No, I won't.
Good. Yeah.
It took Sam a long time to set this up. I won't mess it up. Ear. Does
So-
not make that noise.
So to go along with that, let's go with this guy. You love this guy. These
I do love these.
are my Volkswagen New Beetles. These are Dusty and New Beetles. They are the convertible and the coupe. These were made out of recycled taillight lenses, or in that case, I believe that's a police department, a police.
This is
light.
nice and blue.
And the story that I was told was they were only made these things at car shows because they had the recycling machine right there, and they would come hot off the press, and you can get. This is a dark red one. I have
Love these.
there's a lighter red one.
Lighter red.
Nope, that's amber. This is red.
This is amber?
No, that's
That's amber.
That's amber. Yep. But they came with a pencil, like a little golf pencil in there.
Yeah, I was just about to ask. This one has like a hole.
Yep,
in the top.
do.
They all do?
Yep, they all have
Oh,
one.
even that blue one didn't even
Yep.
notice it.
But yeah, they came in all kinds of
I-
colors.
Love these. Look, this looks exactly like the car I drive now.
Does not look like it's the same color about, but
It's about the same size.
it's very close to the same size. That is true. That is very true.
I just think these are so cool, and that they're made out of taillights.
Yep.
I just think that is the neatest thing.
Yeah, lenses, and they did make Jettas. I don't know that I have any Jettas, but they did make Jettas for a
And
while.
It says Volkswagen Recycling on the top.
Yes, these were great. They
So, did you actually like make this there, or they're in a bin?
oh no, they had a giant machine,
Okay.
and they would crank them out at the car shows, and they would have whatever color they were doing that day. So these all came from different car shows because they would do different colors.
Okay. What do they do? Like heat it, and
They had
that's
little
what makes
pellets.
it.
They grind them up into little pellets
Oh,
and then
okay. So
melt
they
that down.
they take the the lens.
Yep, and grind it up.
Okay, almost like a flower,
Yeah, no, they were little tiny pellets,
not
and they
like
would.
cricket flower.
We're gonna go back to the crickets now. Good, good.
This is for. We like to reward our regular viewers with references
you.
to previous episodes.
Both of you who have watched all the previous episodes will enjoy these.
Anyway, okay, so they crushed up
Yep.
the stuff and then they poured it into a mold.
Yep, and we learned that they only made these at car shows.
They're so cool.
Yeah, so
They don't. I mean, is there a way to tell which car show it can? Not really. I thought maybe like the name.
I probably
or
should have written that down somewhere.
like a code was in there. Like, oh, this is from the Detroit one.
Yeah, most of them are from New York.
Uh-huh.
Probably did pick up one or two at Detroit, but it was about 4 or 5 years where they would move this giant machine around to the car shows.
So they don't do this anymore?
No, they barely do car shows anymore.
That's a shame.
Yeah,
That's
car
too bad.
show stands will run over $1 million, and Volkswagen would haul this.
Wait, to
recycling
like
thing.
rent it?
No, the stand, the display itself, not
Oh, wow.
including the rental space.
Wow.
So they used to have these terrific stands. If you went to the Detroit Auto Show in like 20 years ago, it was a huge portion of the floor, and then they had a theater in the back, so they would introduce stuff to the press, and they would have stuff in like 2 layers, so you go upstairs and look at more stuff. They had engines on display and vehicles apart, and it was great. And now it's a dealer show, so a bunch of cars show up, so you can sit in them. That's about it. It was so much more exciting, especially when they gave you away tchotchkes like these.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like a nice freebie.
Yep. This is another good tchotchke that I got at a car show. Back in the late 90s, Nissan had a series of commercials called the Nissan Garage. The one that introduced the garage had a bunch of kids playing on a sandlot, and somebody hit the ball and it went into this barn. And so one of the kids ran into the barn to get it, and when he gets into the barn, it's a Nissan museum. It's all the classic Nissan models and Datsun models parked there. And then Mr. K, the one person who showed up in every one of the commercials, who was named after Mr. Katayama, who was the founder of the Nissan Z.
Okay.
He would show up and he gave the kid a tour of the whole thing. The long commercial was like 1.5 minutes probably. When they did that, they came out with a baseball for that commercial. And this was the reintroduction of the Z.
And there's a signature on it. It's signed
But yes.
by Mr. Katayama.
So yeah, they gave those out to reintroduce the Nissan Z, late 90s.
Nissan Z production announcement, New York International Auto Show, March 31st, 1999. I really like the quote on here. I didn't notice this before. We will build it.
Yes, they introduced the concept car in that show.
It makes me think of Field of Dreams.
Build it and
They will come. We will build it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that was
Very
was
cool.
part of that. It was
It's officially licensed major. Doesn't that have the major league? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Major League Baseball logo on the bottom even.
Yeah.
That is cool.
These
What
are
an
the
odd little.
kind of things they would give
Thing,
out.
yeah.
All kinds of fun little toys that they would give us at the Detroit Auto Show. There's my
Oh.
pass for the Detroit Auto Show this year.
Ooh.
So fun things like a toque.
A what?
A toque. Come on. Catch up. Okay, I'm going to give you another movie
I
you
am
have to see.
tragically unhip.
Okay. No,
so-
no. This is an older term. So we're going to have to get you to watch the movie Strange Brew. Bob and Doug McKenzie. You have to watch it.
That's a Cream song.
It was a Cream song before, but Strange Brew is a movie by Bob and Doug McKenzie.
Okay.
And they were Canadian.
Okay.
And Bob and Doug McKenzie were two characters that were created on SCTV back in the 70s.
All right.
And the idea was that in Canada, on radio and television, so much of your programming every hour had to be Canadian content. So on the radio, they had to play a couple Canadian artists every hour. And SCTV took it one step further and made a specifically Canadian segment of the show. And that was Bob and Doug McKenzie.
Oh boy.
So they sat around and they drank beer and they talked Canadian and they had really strong accents and they wore toques, which are knit caps.
It's a knit cap.
Nice knit cap.
A toque.
A toque. Come on, we're doing tchotchkes, we're doing toques.
I'm so out of it.
So, but yes, this one was created
The
for
IQ.
Scion, which was a
okay.
short-lived Toyota
All right,
brand.
Yes, I remember Scion.
And the IQ was the shortest of the short-lived
Of the-
brands because it was a little tiny car. It was maybe 12 feet long, and
Like a little smart car type.
roughly the
thing?
size of a smart car. Yeah,
I'll have to Google that.
it did have a back seat, I believe,
Okay.
but
You could put a case of beer on it.
if you're lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so they gave out the IQ toques, and I very proudly still have one in the wrapper.
You don't wear that out and about?
I might have a second one somewhere.
Okay.
I might have that one too. Yeah.
See, this is hard. This would be hard for me to not take things
Another
out
blue
of the wrapper and
Oh yeah.
use or play with them.
That's all completely understandable.
Yeah.
I have. Oh, look at that! I got another AFS car.
Ooh, another foam. Another foam.
That's the sedan.
This one looks like you've been stressed because his
Oh.
windshield's chipping off.
I got a bunch of those that I've been
Yeah.
stressed on. Has nothing to do with you, Joe. Nothing. But yeah, the hats and the things like that. I normally, if I can use it, I'll take it out of the package. If not, it just stays in the package, just for collectability. One year, when they introduced the Dodge Durango,
Oh, wow.
then Chrysler came out with a box of cereal called Durangos. And it had the press kit in it. On the cover of it looked like a Wheaties box. It was like orange, like a Wheaties box.
Okay.
And instead of having some sports celebrity on there, it had the president and chairman of Chrysler on the cover. And it was a box of cereal. Well, it literally is a box of cereal. It has cereal inside it.
Like Wheaties type cereal?
Yeah, it was. I can't remember what knockoff cereal it was, but it was. But the box looked like Wheaties, but it had cereal
I'm
in it.
envisioning like Mr. T cereal from.
Yes, it's something very
Yeah.
generic like that. But it was.
Yeah.
But it was. It's been. That was late '90s, and
And your press kit, like
With-
you'd open the box.
the
and
press kit
there's
was slid
cereal
inside
and-
a bag of cereal, like a bag of cereal like you would get in a regular box of cereal,
Well,
and then slid behind it was the press kit. Well, I still have it.
the cereal.
The bag has never been opened.
That's vintage.
It is vintage, quarter century old cereal still in the box.
Why didn't you bring that today?
I have to go find that one. I know I have it in storage
I
somewhere,
am
but
so intrigued by this.
okay, I'm gonna bring it.
Well,
and show
okay,
you now.
so I have. Is there a connection between Durangos and cereal that I'm missing? Why cereal?
Well, because it sounds like a cereal, Tostios or whatever. It's
Durangos.
Durangos. I think they were like Cheerios. I think they were Cheerios. Come to think of it.
That's so bizarre.
And they spent money to make a full box.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna think
And
about
pack it with
this
cereal.
probably the rest of the afternoon because I.
Car companies are saving a lot of money by not doing these things, but you know.
But then where do we don't have these gems anymore
Absolutely.
to discuss.
No, absolutely. Yeah. Press kits are now online. They're not
Well,
at physical press kits anymore.
okay, so that was one of my questions too. And I mean, this is a lot of automotive show stuff. Now, you were a press member,
Mm-hmm.
right? So did Joe Schmo, who was not a press member, get to get any of this, or is this
Rarely. No.
Okay.
When I would go to car shows, I've come across people who worked at the shows who complained about people who were selling the stuff on eBay. So if you went,
sure.
if you got something like this, and then you went to eBay that night, you would find these things at hugely marked up prices. I remember
Gotcha.
press kits that we got for free during the day, going on eBay for $100 or $150 that night.
Oh my gosh.
So it was a big deal, and there was
Well-
this aftermarket for them.
I mean, other than the tchotchke, what is so great about a press kit that you'd sell it for that much? Is it just that it's almost like insider info sort of a thing?
Well, no, it was all the
or-
details that they would give the media, but
Okay.
it was usually the packaging. Like I think
Okay.
there was a Dodge Challenger one, which was, I think it had metal covers and a spiral bound back,
Wow.
and the text itself is on really nice paper, and
Uh-huh.
and they usually came with photos or slides.
Uh-huh.
Back in the day, they came on actual slides.
Yeah. Wow.
But you would get a whole set of factory photos of the car.
Wow.
So the press
Amazing.
kits had to have cost $100,
A lot of
$150 a
money,
piece
yeah.
to make. I have one that's leather bound, so it's like, yeah.
You know, I kind of remember this. You were on our long running Wheels Along the Road show, which is through the local cable access network. And you were talked about, you brought some press kits,
Oh
I
yeah,
think,
no,
and talked about
they were
them.
great.
Yeah.
But now,
And I
if
do
you're
remember
lucky,
them.
you
They
get a
were
business card that has
very
a
nice.
website on it.
Right. But I do remember some of them were really elaborate, like the folders and just like the attention to detail that
Oh, yeah,
obviously is now instead they're looking at.
Saving a lot of money by not doing that.
Right. They're putting the details into like their social media and their websites
Right.
and things
Right.
like that.
Yeah, the media websites now have all the information you need, and so you
Mm-hmm.
can pull down pictures electronically and pull out all the text you need. So it's all there, but you don't get the cool tchotchkes that go with it. But this one's not auto show
Something
related.
in acrylic.
Yeah, I collect Matchboxes and Hot Wheels and stuff like this, and I ran across this one, which is a Ferrari in lucite.
Majorette.
Majorette was another maker of small scale cars.
Wow.
But yeah, that one's great because it's all completely in lucite.
Interesting. Why? It's always so interested in the whys.
It's a paperweight at that point, you know,
Because we can.
because we can.
Yeah.
And you know, why all of this stuff? You
Well,
know,
yeah, exactly.
it sits on my desk and it
That's
looks really
pretty cool.
good.
We need more shelves.
I know we do.
We needed like shelves up here to start stacking the stuff.
Yeah, really. Yeah, I worked for a
That's
company
pretty
one
cool.
time, and they had Kia at one time when Kia was new in the United States. They came out with acrylic cars. Actually, they're fully glass. So there's the first models that Kia had in the U.S. were the Sportage and the Cephia.
Okay.
So the Cephia was a little sedan, kind of looked like that
Yeah.
sponge car, and then the Sportage was a little sport utility. And they made these glass models of them. They're just one piece of glass, completely transparent. And an office I worked in was closing down. And I knew this stuff was just going to get thrown out, so I just snagged them. So I have them. I didn't bring them, but I have those.
Wow.
And they weigh more than that, but they're only
Huh.
about this big. And they're completely clear glass. But they're early Kia models. So
Can you imagine all the money that was spent making giveaways?
right, yeah. And these things are, you know, who remembers the Kia Cephia first of all? But this was a company that was just starting out. They had
Right.
you know a handful of dealerships. They're just trying to get their name out there.
Yeah.
And now everybody knows what Kia is now, but you know in 1993 when these came out, nobody knew what they were.
No, I remember when those were like a quote new car company. And I mean they new to us. They
Right.
weren't new, but yeah, it was and of course like with anything new, like no one trusted at first too, so.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Those things are a piece of junk. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
no, Kias are good cars today, but
Yeah.
you know, back in the day, it was a new thing, and
Yeah.
it was you know, from a foreign country, and how do we trust this thing? Well, they
Yeah,
they developed very well.
Yeah.
They're very nice cars today.
yeah.
So I brought this one. You like this one? This is a gentleman in Blandon apparently owned this. This was a car club. I want to say license plate only because it's about the same shape and size,
Right.
but it's got no holes in it and it's much heavier than a license plate.
What?
It's just
Yeah.
it just advertises their
I guess.
They're-
Sitting on a shelf.
car club. you know?
Yeah. The vultures.
The Vultures.
There's some rough and ready guys, I bet. In the
Yep.
vultures.
And if you are a member of the Vultures, please check in with us. We'd love
Yeah.
to hear some stories. Maybe we'll have you on the show.
What's he holding? He's holding something.
Our engine parts?
Yeah, I'm thinking it's a car part.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, it's a piston there.
Is it a
It's
piston?
a piston.
It's because it's hard for me to see because I don't know what this is unless it's part of him, unless it's part of the vulture.
Oh yeah, that's his neck. The cartoon vultures, you know. Yep, but that's solid.
Serious stuff.
That's solid.
That was for their garage hangout
Oh yeah, yeah.
area.
But there's no way to hang it up.
No,
there's
you
no
have
hook
to,
on
like,
the back.
prop
There's no
it
hole
onto
through
something.
it. Yeah, just and it's like
These
these
crazy
things.
kids, they just don't think logically.
It's like these things. This is a piece that was given out by Chrysler Plymouth dealers. Mm-hmm. And actually says Dodge Plymouth Chrysler, 1971. We think it's about time a car dealer delivered more than just a car, but it's a pewter plate. And I know I saw them on the back of offices in car dealerships back in the day, but that one's from 71, back when there was a Plymouth.
Yep. Oh yeah, this is made in Columbia, Pennsylvania.
This one is too. This one is a second prize award winner for 1979 from Das Oxfest. Yep,
They're nice.
they're solid.
They are.
But I'd like to meet the person who brought their car in and won second prize in whatever they were, whatever award this came from.
You know, as a kid, I remember going into people's, not just car dealers, but like people's offices, and
Yeah.
they would have things like this propped behind them. You know, they were an award winner, or they went to some dinner and everyone got
Right.
this nice plate or whatever. And yeah,
But who was the person who thought this is a good thing to give out as an award?
right.
Because you can't eat off of it. There are too many nooks and crannies in here. It doesn't
Well, and
sit
this
on a
one's
shelf
just
very
as
well.
bad. This is all engraved
Oh yeah,
in
that's
here.
even worse. Yeah,
Ugh.
but yeah, I guess I know we had a hutch that had a little lip on it, so you could put
Yep,
plates on display. I guess that's where this went. But
Yeah.
but yeah, it's
Hold on. It's
along with your
It's not
mug,
for food or beverage
your mug that
use.
can't
It
be
is
used
for
food.
decorative purposes only.
Yeah, that's always fun. So then, oh yeah, this is a good one here too.
Ah,
Automotive related.
yes.
This is Avon. This is a Stanley
Yes.
Steamer Wild Country fragrance cologne.
For the rugged man in your life.
For the man who likes to drive his Stanley Steamer. Yes. I had a few of these as a kid. I don't remember ever.
Can we get any whiff of that?
Oh, that's pungent. That is. Whew, do not get that on you. It will not leave you.
It reminds me of something.
Your kids when they were little?
Got that right? We don't
Here,
want
can you
to.
smell it?
Yeah.
Oh, we're not in smell-o-vision yet. Sorry. And it is a Stanley
It
Steamer.
sure
It's got
is.
the bullet nose.
Yep. Wow.
I had a few of these when I was a kid. And I don't recall how I got them, but I know my mom picked them up because the Avon representative came through and had the catalog. And, look, there's a car here. My son would love that. Yeah, because
He
a
would
6-year-old
love
needs
that.
cologne.
He'd love to smell like wild country.
Yes, that is. It would be even better if they smelled like internal combustion engines. Like old lead gasoline
It's a
being
real
burned.
manly
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
Smell- This is
A beer.
this
Smell
is
like a beer.
1942 garage smell.
Yes.
That's what I want.
Pile of oily rags. Yeah.
Oily rags in the corner of the garage. Oh yes, takes me back. Yeah, we were talking about that the other day. That we enjoy the smell of old unburnt gas from like an old car.
Yeah.
It's not good for you, but it's got a smell to it, and it's like
Different strokes for
cigar
different
smells, stuff like
folks.
that. Things you
Yeah.
don't really necessarily want to be around, but
Yeah.
kind of reminds you of other things.
Oh, I have a friend that loves the smell of gasoline. Like we go to the gas station and she just loves that smell. And it's like, okay,
Hey, whatever floats your boat. Pal.
whatever.
Yeah. So then, I found this one here. This is a bottle cap
Oh, yeah.
for an old glass bottle back when we had non-screw-on caps.
Uh-huh.
And you would take it off, and then we had Pepsi that came in 16-ounce bottles, and it was too much. 16 ounces was too much to drink in my household. So you would get a glass of Pepsi from the bottle, and then put that cap on there to preserve it for, keep the
Keep that fizz in there.
fizz in there for another day or so.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm assuming this is from a car dealer.
It is.
Beamer.
It is Beamer, H.J. Beamer Ford in Bedford, Pennsylvania.
Wow.
It was H.J. Beamer Ford from the mid-'70s until 1990
Yeah,
when I worked there, when it changed names.
that's pretty cool.
It didn't change names because I worked there, but I worked there because it changed names because they got a new owner.
I was going
That's
to
what
say,
Yes.
we're not affiliated with this Sam Fiorani guy. We're changing our
we
name.
got to change our name, yeah. So Bedford Ford is still there, but H.J. Beamer is not.
Okay, all right.
But
all
yes. And speaking of press kits, this is a really cool press kit from Cadillac.
right. Ooh, it's heavy. Ooh, it's a flash drive.
Yep. Have all the latest information on it before they put everything online. You would get a
Yep.
flash drive.
Wow. But then also doesn't require the nice leather bound or metal book holder.
No. The Cadillac leather-bound one that I have is really fantastic, and that's just a nice. Actually, probably today I have to look at how big it is. It's probably not that big.
That is a nice piece.
It
It's
looked-
heavy.
Yeah. One of the Chinese car companies came to the U.S. and they gave out press kits on jump drives, and the jump drive was in a rubber like bracelet, and it tucked into itself, and it would go around your arm, but you could undo it, and there's a jump drive inside.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
I like that one. Yeah. Oh, here's
Uh-oh.
my Lexus mug.
Oh, the Lexus. They're so
Lexus.
exclusive, you can't read the logo.
Yes, it's black on black. That's how you do that. It's black on black, so it is a
Matte
Lexus
black
mug.
with shiny black.
Yes, I used to love this one until it cracked. I used that one all the time until it
Well,
cracked.
now it's a good paperclip mug,
It is a paperclip mug.
pencil mug,
Yep.
whatever, pen holder.
Oh, there's my other
Oh
one.
gosh, he's gonna break things.
No, this is
Calm
my
down,
Morgan mug.
everybody.
That one's usable. I
Oh,
don't-
yes,
That doesn't say
yes.
you can't use it. But it is made in England like Morgan's.
Love it.
Yep,
Love the shape.
yep, that's a
Wow.
good mug there. But yeah, what did you find?
Well, I scavenged some things that we just had laying around. Speaking of Stanley Steamers, we got another Stanley
yeah.
here. We have a bunch of these.
Is that a bank?
This is a bank. And now this one is from the National Bank of Boyertown, which is what a lot of ours are, actually. But we have other banks on some different ones, all different models. It amazes me how many, there's Fords, Cadillacs, Packards, trucks, cars, touring cars, little, like runabout type things. And these are heavy too.
Yeah, oh no, that's a great
They're
one.
nice.
But I think it's like these foam cars that there's a company that has the mold
Yeah.
and they license it out and they print your name on the top of this one.
And I was kind of like, why would a bank want to give away a car? But I don't know. Apparently, a lot of them did because we had a lot of them around
Yeah, no, well, it's a bank. So a bank is giving away a bank.
Right, but it's a car bank.
But a car is big enough, especially an old car is big enough that you can put actually money in it.
Saving for a car.
There's room to put money in it.
We used to have a whole lot of these, and one year we thought we were, this is way back, like more than 20, almost 20 years ago. It shows you how long I've been here. We put these out as centerpieces for a dinner, and people thought they could take them with them at the end of the night, and we had to like tackle them at the front door to give these back.
Don't take our bags.
But they're cute. I mean, no, I think some of them even have like a person's outline sometime. This one,
right.
This one's
Yeah.
not. It's got the horn, the gear shift, the lights. It's pretty cool. And it's obviously a Stanley.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And I saw. Would you like to wear your car accoutrements?
Hey. If I had a belt
Here,
on.
I'm going to have you look at these.
If I had a belt on, that would be a good one.
One's a Packard,
So we have the Packard.
and one's a Rolls Royce. And
the great thing about these is much like the foam cars, the backgrounds are exactly the same.
neither, they're the same photo.
That is not a Packard.
and neither is
That might be a Rolls Royce, but it's definitely not a
definitely
Packard.
not a Packard. That cracked me up when I walked by.
Yep.
It's like, wait a second.
This is generic old car.
Yes, generic old car with people milling about.
Right.
It's very strange. And why does Rolls Royce? It says Springfield, Massachusetts on the bottom.
Yep.
Was that like their U.S. office or something?
They had a factory
Did they?
in Springfield. Yes. If you look from
Okay.
early 20s till
Uh-huh.
just after the Depression, just into the Depression, I think, they built Rolls Royces in England and Springfield, Massachusetts. And the Springfield plant later became the Indian plant, built Indian motorcycles.
Okay.
And it is, as far as I know, still standing today, and it is an apartment building.
Bergamot Brass Works.
So they sold the mold to multiple companies.
This is like some kind of scam.
Two
It's a
different companies
pyramid
make it.
scheme going
Really?
on
Two
here.
different companies made the same thing.
Really, really? Well,
Pay the artist once.
that poor guy. Oh my gosh, it's totally different. I can't believe this is a Tiffany.
It's, I doubt it is Tiffany's.
I know, but it is New York,
Yeah.
which is pretty funny. I don't know.
Can't imagine that Tiffany's made real
Belt
nice stuff
buckles.
and belt buckles.
Did it come in a little teal box with a?
This is what Audrey Hepburn got at.
That's really what she wanted.
This is what she got at the.
That's really what she was looking at
Yep.
through the display window
Yes. Oh, but if I just could get the belt buckle.
with the fake Rolls
The fake Rolls
Royce.
Royce.
And then finally, I have two items that we just don't see anymore, which are ashtrays.
Oh.
This is a nice little porcelain one. It's a 1905 Pierce. We have a couple of these, different cars, different makes.
They are different cars, right?
Yes, these actually are different cars. This one's interesting because you can sit in front of your driver.
Oh,
Can
yeah,
you see
the
that?
early ones, you're right.
But not facing your driver. Now
No.
we have our Milburn and our Detroit electrics are like that, where
Vis-a-vis.
yeah, you're sitting like we would be
Yes.
facing each
yes,
other.
The seats face
Yeah.
each other.
Yeah, so the driver has people sitting in front of him, but they're facing each other. This one, you're just looking at the back of your passenger's head. Which
So there.
maybe they're there to block the debris from hitting the driver, and it's safety.
That's
Safety.
what it is.
It's a
And
safety thing.
And if you look, the footrest right here actually closes up, so it's like a reverse rumble seat. Near my hometown, I've talked about this before. There was a car built near my hometown around the turn of the century, and they used a similar body to this, where the passengers sat up front. And when I looked into it, there was a company that made bodies in the early days of the automotive industry that made just bodies. So if you built a chassis, you could mail order a body and they would ship it to you.
Yeah, yeah.
And one of them was this, it looks very much like the one I saw in
Crazy.
this car built in Everett. But it's, I think the one I saw was supposed to be for a steam-powered vehicle. Mm-hmm. So I don't know why the bodies were different, if they had to fit the mechanicals
Yeah.
differently or something, but the nose of the car would fold down and the back would come up and you could have a seat there. But it was in front of the driver and rear seat passenger.
Oh my gosh. Don't do that today, folks.
It's like a rumble seat.
Basically,
I
yeah.
always wanted to put a rumble seat in a modern car, which means you would sit behind the rear axle, near the rear bumper.
Yeah. You're the first to die.
You're saving us. You're part of the
Again, safety.
part of the crumple zone.
We have I think 2 cases actually in the museum full of like porcelain stuff with automotive art on it, including like we have a couple like bigger plates that have like a year
Oh, right.
calendar type thing on
Right.
them. So, and then I think there's like a pin cushion over there. And
Oh, wow.
In that case, that's shaped like a car. So check that out.
Yeah.
The
I like that one.
The other ashtray that I wanted to share is one of our tire ashtrays. This one is super cool for a couple reasons, and I know it's hard to see. So we'll have to, I'm sure Sam will do some magic and insert at least like a color logo of this. This is from the 1939 World's Fair, which is just such an iconic look because that's the sphere, the big sphere, and then the pointy obelisk next to it. That represents, and it's escaping my mind, that was supposed to represent something. But it's such a cool looking thing. This was put out specifically by Firestone. Their name's on the glass part here, and their name's on the tire too. So we have a case of tire ashtrays as well in the museum that you can check out. And talking about recycling your waste product, I mean, the tire ashtrays were made from basically like the waste material that came from making real tires. So companies like Firestone, Goodyear, U.S. Tire or U.S. Rubber and things like that, like they had all this waste product left behind after the manufacturing process, and they would use that to make these, which are great promotional items.
Yeah.
And
Down to the tread and everything.
yep. And you really don't see those anymore. I think they kind of stopped making them
Well,
in
they
like
probably
maybe the
stopped making them
80s.
after people started stop smoking.
Well,
as
that
much.
was one part of it, but also, they've changed the tire manufacturing process as well. So now there's not as much waste material
Right.
left over. So it's now kind of like, well,
And when I was a kid and everybody smoked, way back in the day, everybody seemed to have one of those. And I don't know that it was elsewhere, but where I grew up, we were half an hour away from Cumberland, Maryland, and Kelly Springfield had a plant. So everybody had a
yeah.
Kelly Springfield tire.
we have a Kelly
ashtray.
Springfield tire ashtray in the
Yeah.
case.
But
Yeah.
I don't know how common they were elsewhere, but I always thought everybody had one.
Yeah.
And oddly enough, both my parents smoked, but we never had one of these. And
It's funny, I just wandering through the museum, kind of checking out what visitors are looking at. I see a lot of people reminisce about the tire
Yeah.
ashtrays because probably like you, they remember they were growing up, they were in the house or
Yeah.
they were in a relative's house or whatever.
I can still taste the cigarette smoke in the back of my throat from parties that my parents would throw. It was,
That's what we're here for, to bring back the memories of cigarettes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
We
Not a smell I need back.
we have ashtrays in the diner too, like these glass rectangle ones, and it's amazing how many kids ask what that is. I love it.
Well,
Oh,
that's
was
another
an
thing about this
ashtray.
is how
They
many
smoked in a restaurant? Well, yes.
how many kids collect change anymore. I mean, if it doesn't fold, kids don't want it anymore, So to have a bank where you can put your change. As a matter of fact, my son cleaned out some stuff, and I gathered all the change that he had cleaned out, and it was a substantial amount of change. And I set it for him, and he goes, "Do you want this?" It's like $5 worth of change.
I'll take it.
I'll take it. It spends, I don't,
Money
it's
is
a
money.
down payment on your rent.
Very small down payment. But it's there.
Trust me, you owe us a lot.
He's keeping a tab.
I got a running tab right here. Look at this. Food, roof, heat, water, shorter showers.
Good thought for us all.
Yes. So,
All
yes.
right.
So I have more.
I know, but our table's full.
It is.
It's more than full. I got a pewter plate over here at my feet.
Yeah. No, it's amazing this kind of stuff that over the years I've collected from either going to a store and seeing it, or somebody said, "Oh, Sam needs that."
That's right.
And so I have.
That's right.
Well, I had a birthday party a number of years ago, and we had a friend of mine he rents out Hot Wheels track. He has 75 feet of Hot Wheels track.
Wow.
And he has this complex setup where you bring in matchboxes or Hot Wheels and you race them, and then he ranks them and pits them against each other and has a whole competition. It's so much fun. But when I invited people, well, my wife invited people to my birthday party, and they said, bring Hot Wheels or a Matchbox car. And everybody thought it was for me. I'm like, no, you were supposed to bring it to race. That was the point. So I ended up getting a handful of ones that were like vintage Matchbox cars that somebody thought I needed.
Yeah.
But most of the people were like, no, it was for you to race it. It was in the invitation. I'm like, oh, okay. So yeah.
That's too funny.
Literally, a friend of mine went to Walmart and bought dollar Matchbox cars for his kids
Yeah.
to race.
Yeah.
And he literally ripped them out of the packages and raced them down there and won.
That's all it takes.
Yep. So
All it
yes.
takes. Can't race this down the track.
No, these do not go very
No,
fast.
they do not.
But I do have a Hot Wheels that has a place for a GoPro, so you can watch the race.
Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yep. So yeah, we'll do Matchboxes one of these times.
All right. All right.
Got some good vintage ones of those.
Ooh, I do too. My parents' basement. There were a couple that were very popular with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably would have been worth a lot of money if we hadn't banged them up.
Yeah, I got a few of those too.
But they were too much fun. I
Right?
mean,
Yeah. No, so if you have any topics for us, please let us know.
Or if you have
as you can see.
yeah, if you have tchotchkes that you'd like to show us,
Oh,
we'd love
yeah.
to see a photo. Go on the show's Facebook group page.
Yes, definitely sign up for Afternoons with Kendra and Sam on Facebook.
Post.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Tell us
know.
everything you
I
got.
don't know if you can post photos on YouTube as a comment.
On YouTube, I don't know, but you can on our Facebook
Yeah.
page.
Yeah.
So make sure.
Do it.
Yep. Matt, make sure you post. You know who you are.
Yeah. But yes, if you do have topic suggestions, we are taking topic suggestions.
Absolutely.
We have a couple more in our heads, but we're
Yep.
always up for suggestions. So.
And if you have more
include us.
microphones for us, we're running out of space, but we
We
still
will
have room.
add to the microphone.
Microphones and mugs. Mug with us.
Yes, we're mugging.
Mugging. So if you can't drink out of it.
It's pantomime.
Yes. So,
Thanks everyone for joining us.
Thanks for coming.
Make sure you check out all of our shows here on YouTube. Check us out on Facebook, including the museums, the Boyertown Museum of Historic Vehicles page, and Afternoons with Sam and Kendra.
it's Kendra and Sam.
Kendra and Sam group page.
Alphabetical
Oh,
order.
I'm sorry. We should change it to Afternoons with Technical Difficulties. Yes, please.
Anybody here? Can anybody hear me?
Please there, join the chat, join the discussion, and we will see you all next time for another afternoon chat.
Afternoons. Take care.
See ya.